Hello my dear students and welcome back to Zenith Academy Online. My name is Fatima Vora and I am your English teacher for today. Today we are going to cover an important yet basic topic of articles. It is very important while we write a particular sentence in English. Let's see what are articles. In English grammar, the adjectives a and the are called as articles. A and are called indefinite articles and the is called as definite article. Why? Because it depends on what kind of noun they are referring to, whether it is definite or indefinite. What does it actually mean, that we will see in further slides. Articles function like adjectives. As I said before, these are adjectives. Why? Because they refer to or demonstrate a particular noun. We come to know obviously about which particular noun the person in the sentence is talking about. Let's move ahead. Examples of indefinite article. Now here you will understand better. He found a pen on the table. Now a is the article over here. It is an indefinite article. Found a pen. Now this pen may be any pen. It does not refer to a particular kind of pen. We are not getting obviously that this particular pen is being talked about. She is eating an orange. It is a general statement, eating an orange. It might be any orange. Now when I say she is eating the orange which I gave her, so there you completely know about which orange I am talking about. So that is the difference over here between indefinite and definite article. So a and an are indefinite articles where we don't come to know which particular or obvious thing we are talking about. In the above sentences, a pen or an orange are indefinite articles as they do not refer to any particular pen or orange in specific. As I already explained, it simply means any pen or any orange. Now let's see examples of definite article. Rima is helping the old woman. Now here the is used before old woman. So here we particularly come to know about one single woman whom Rima is helping. The picture is very beautiful. Now when I say the picture is very beautiful, you come to know, you get an idea of which particular picture I am talking about. When I say Rima helped a woman, it might be any woman whom Rima helped. Here she is helping the old woman. So we come to know two qualities about the woman, that she was old, and one particular woman you get an idea, you get a clear picture about the woman who got help from Rima. In the above sentences, the article the refers to particular woman or picture, so it is called as definite article. So definite and indefinite literally means over here that whether you get an idea of a particular object or not. Let's move ahead. Uses of indefinite article a and an based on sound. Now a and are both are indefinite articles, but they are distinguished, divided into two parts based on sound and based on meaning. So first we will see based on sound. Now what does this sound mean? Sound is the sound of alphabets. We all know that alphabets are divided into vowels and consonants. Amongst 26 alphabets, we have 5 vowels and rest are consonants. So always we have studied, since childhood we have studied that an is used only before vowels, but it is not the case. There are a few rules that you have to follow while using articles. Let's see. An is used when we use an, these are the following rules while using a and usually we know that we use it before a vowel, but it is used before a word beginning with a vowel sound, as we have studied since a very young age. The examples are an umbrella, an apple, an orange, an honest man. We don't say honest man, it is an honest man. The pronunciation, the sound is of the alphabet O. So H is silent over here. We pronounce it the alphabet, emphasis on the alphabet O. So obviously whenever we use vowels, we tend to use an before vowels. Now next is before individual letters spoken with a vowel sound. individual letters. These individual letters are consonants, but when you speak them, they produce a sound of a vowel. Like for example, MLA. When you say M, the sound of EM is pronounced M. When you say SP, the S sound is of ES. So these short forms which we use, MLA, SP, IMN, MA, so these are sound of vowels. Although they are consonants, but when you pronounce it, the phonical sound which creates it is of a vowel, and therefore we use an before them. Now we will see when A is used. A is always used before a consonant letter. That is the basic which we have studied. So words before words beginning with consonants. A boy, a woman, a girl, a tree, a book, pen, etc. etc. Now another is before a word beginning with a consonant sound. Now what we saw over here, vowel sound, the opposite of that is taken over here, consonant sound. Although the word is starting with a alphabet, that is vowel, but the sound created, the phonical sound which comes out is that of a consonant, not a vowel. For example, a European girl, it starts with E and U, both of them are vowels, but the sound is of U. Why U? A European girl, a union, a university. So these are sounds of a consonant, and therefore a will be used. A will be used as an article. Another example is a one-legged person. This is a person we are talking about, one-legged person. So one, when we say, the phonical sound which comes out of is V, V. It is not O. O is just because of the spelling. So always a will come before it. You have to put emphasis and concentration towards the sound of the letters, sound of the words. A one-eyed giant. We have often studied this in stories. So one-eyed giant. A 1 rupee note. We never say I have an 1 rupee note. It is I have a 1 rupee note. So one, the sound of V, the sound of U. These sound you have to always be taken care of, and you have to concentrate on them. Let's move ahead. Now this is uses of indefinite article. Same, a and, but these are based on meaning. The first slide which we saw was the based on sound, as we already discussed. You have to put emphasis on the sound. This is based on meaning. Now first, it is used with a singular countable noun. Let's see the examples. Please have a coffee with me. So here you don't need to mention that we are talking about 1 cup of coffee or 2 cup of coffee. It is a coffee, means 1. Are you carrying an umbrella? An umbrella refers to one umbrella. But since it is starting with a vowel U, we have to put an article an, not a. After the verb to be. Now what is to be? When I say I am writing, so what is the verb done? The verb is to be written. So that form of the verb. Or another linked verb with an adjective or noun to give more information about something or someone. What does this actually mean? That when I say my sister became a teacher, become is to become. So to be form of the verb is used over here, became, and we are talking about my sister, which is a noun, and it is linked to another noun, teacher. Proper noun is linked to common noun. When I say here both sister and teacher, both are common nouns. You may use proper nouns also. Seema became a teacher. So when two nouns are linked, or one noun or an adjective is linked using a to be form of the verb, we use a. My sister became a teacher. My dad is a wonderful person. He is a writer and a poet too. So in all these cases, the article a will be used. Obviously, if these words are starting with vowels, you will use an. Also, in these sentences, all these sentences are providing more information of the noun. Any noun which we use in the beginning of the sentence, we are getting more information about the same noun. Let's move ahead. Used with Nouns that refer to whole numbers, money, measures, means all these quantities. When we say, we are talking about number of rupees or something, when we are measuring something, but it has to be one. Any of these which is one, we use a or an. For example, a liter of milk. You don't need to mention 1 liter of milk. A liter of milk is 1. A meter. I walked 1 kilometer. I walked a kilometer. So 1 and a means the same. A 100 rupee note. I lost my 100 rupee note. So 100. But when you have to mention 2, 300, obviously you will write numbers over there. But when you are using a or an, it simply means that it is 1. Also, it is used when we want to mean some, every or the whole class of a particular thing. Like I say a month's time. Now when I say a month's time, a month is not one day, it is a group of 30 days. But when I say a month, it denotes 1 month. Cow is a domestic animal. When I am saying a domestic animal, cow is not a single domestic animal we have. We have many domestic animals, but I am referring to entire group of domestic animals over here using a. So it is also used, a and an are also used when we want to refer to a whole class or a whole group of a particular thing or object that we are talking about. I hope now uses of indefinite article must be clear to you all. We will see a few examples. Let's move ahead to definite article. Uses of definite article the. To denote a particular person or thing that is already mentioned before. Now when I say the pen you gave me is lost, the pen, I am not saying a pen. The pen you gave me is lost means you and me both have a clear picture of which pen I am talking about. So the pen that I am talking about is already mentioned before because I took it from you. So we get, this is also demonstrative adjective the. It demonstrates one particular thing that I am talking about. I like the smell of fresh flowers. Which smell I like? Immediately you come to know the smell of fresh flowers. It's not just any general smell. The school has a holiday today. Now why the school and a holiday? Because holiday is for one day. That is why here we are using indefinite article a, which denotes 1, the number. And the school, because school is, when we say the school, it is our school or my school which I go to. So the school has a holiday today. So remember one thing, that whenever we have already mentioned a particular thing, like there is a school in my lane, there is a school near my house. So here I am using a school because it is indefinite. Now next sentence I will say, the school has a holiday today. Means I have already mentioned a school in my lane and that particular school has a holiday today. So first when you are just mentioning randomly, it will be indefinite and there you use a or an according to the sound, and then again you are mentioning the same sentence in conversation, it will become the. Now next one is when a singular noun represents a whole class. How does it happen? The earthworm helps the farmer. Now does one particular earthworm help the farmer? No, it is, we are talking about entire class of earthworms. But we use the because we cannot say earthworms help farmer or something like that. It is the earthworm helps the farmer. Means all the earthworms are helping all the farmers. The camel is the ship of the desert. Now all the 3 times article the is used. Why? Because the camel, one single camel is used as a representative of entire class or community of animal, that is camel. Is the ship. Now the ship, because we are talking about one particular kind of mode of transport over here. Of the desert, there are all the landforms are divided into different parts like desert, mountains, etc, etc. So here we are talking about the desert. All these things are definite. We come to know or we have a clear picture in front of us when this sentence is spoken, and that is why definite article the is used over here. Next one is with superlative degree and ordinals. Now superlative degree is like we have good, better, best. So best is the superlative degree of it. We will study degrees also. Please check our video for degrees. And ordinals. Ordinals are numbers like 1 to first. You have 2, so we say second. So first, second, third, fourth, these are called as ordinals. He is the best student of our class. Best over here is the superlative degree used for a person, used to denote a boy's quality. So the will be used because there is nobody as better as him in the class. He is the best. The 10th chapter is important for exam. Here ordinal is used, 10th. We are denoting a particular chapter that is important for exam, and that is why the is used. Definitely we know what particular thing we have to study. So here definite article the is used. There are a few more rules to it. Let's move ahead. It is used before names of directions, rivers, oceans, mountains. All these are proper nouns. Now although we do not use any articles before proper nouns, but when we say the names of rivers or mountains, we always add the Yamuna, the Ganga, the Ganges, the Andamans, the east, the west. My house is in the west. We always say the west. I will never say my house is in west. It looks inappropriate. Also, it is used before common nouns which are names of unique things like the sun, the moon, the ocean, the planets, the solar system. All these are unique things, only one in the entire universe. So we use the as the definite article before mentioning these names. We use it before proper nouns only when they are qualified by an adjective. Now, as I said before, we never use articles before proper nouns, but when that proper noun is being qualified for a particular quality by an adjective, then we use the. The great Caesar. Caesar is obviously a historical figure. We know that he was the great Caesar. So great is the adjective used to mention the quality of Caesar, and that is why we use the over here. The immortal Shakespeare. Shakespeare, as we know, is the world's best writer in literature. Immortal. Why immortal is used over here for him? Because although he is dead, due to his writings, he is not dead. He is mortal. So the immortal. We are qualifying Shakespeare by using the adjective immortal for him. So that is why definite article the is used to mention the particular person. Next is before names of certain books and musical instruments. Before the names of all musical instruments, we will use the tabla, the flute, the violin, the guitar, etc. And certain books. Which books are these? These are not common books. Like we say the Ramayana, the Vedas, the Holy Bible, the Holy Quran. These are one of a kind books. We don't find all the books of the same category. So when we are saying about these particular kind of books, religious books or such important books, the as the definite article will be used. And the last one is with an adjective representing a class of a person. When we say he belongs to the poor class. So the poor, the weak, the rich, the elite, the subjugated, the dominating, these are classes of people. These are adjectives which we use to define the class of a person. So with all these particular adjectives, the definite article the will be used. Now here we complete the uses of definite and indefinite articles. These are a few basic rules that we will always have to keep in mind other than just having the basic knowledge of it. Let's move ahead. Now there are a few places where we have to omit the article. We cannot use the article over there. So there are certain rules for omission of articles. Now you have to omit an article, means you don't have to use an article before common nouns man and woman when they are used for a whole mankind. When we say man is capable of doing everything, man is mortal. So here we are not talking about one single man. We are using the word man for the entire mankind. So there we cannot use the articles a, an or the. We cannot say the man is immortal. If we say the man, it will refer to one particular man. If we say a man, it will also refer to one particular man. So we just have to say man is mortal. Woman is man's mate. Here we are talking about all the women and we are talking about all the men. We are not denoting one single woman or man. Next one is before proper nouns, names of materials, titles, languages and relations. I will give you examples of all of these. Proper nouns like names of people, Seema, Rita, or proper noun. Rose plant is very beautiful. We do not say the rose plant. If we say the rose plant, it defines the particular plant we are talking about. Names of materials like coal, gold, all such things we do not use any article. Titles. Titles are the names given to people when they achieve greatness like Lord, Sir. So we do not use any article before mentioning these titles. Languages. We do not say the English, the Spanish. I speak English. I will not say I speak the English. So we have to omit the article over here. Relations. She is my friend. She is my mother. I am her daughter. We do not use any articles before mentioning the relationships between two people or two particular things. Also, we have to omit the article before abstract nouns. Abstract nouns are the nouns used to mention feelings of people like jealousy, hatred, love, fear. All these are abstract nouns. So we cannot use any article before them because these are something which cannot be demonstrated through words. It is a kind of feeling. You cannot show it, and that is why articles have to be omitted over here. In certain phrases consisting of a translative verb or preposition followed by its object. What does this mean? To set foot. Now these are phrases which we use while saying a particular quotation or proverb. It actually does not mean what it says. To take breath. Now to take a breath does not mean to breathe. It means to take a break from your work. To catch fire. Now to catch the fire or to catch a fire will be inappropriate. To give ear. Now to give ear literally does not mean to give your ear to somebody. It means that you have to listen patiently to someone. So to give the ear or a ear will literally mean that you are giving your ear. So that is why we have to omit the article over here. Omission of articles is also equally important as the rules that we have apply to use the articles. Because if we use the article inappropriately, our sentence or the entire statement what we want to write or what we want to convey becomes meaningless. I hope you have understood the uses and omission part of the article. So let's move ahead to solve a few examples to make it more clear. Let's do it. Dash Taj Mahal is one of the greatest wonder of the world. Here we have to fill in the blanks with uses of articles a and the. So what will be the most appropriate article for the first sentence? Taj Mahal is one of a kind. When we say Taj Mahal, we are talking about one particular monument. So here we will use the article the. The Taj Mahal is one of the greatest wonders of the world. Again here the is used already because we are using the superlative degree of comparison. The next one is he is dash Asian but has married dash European girl. First glance, when you put at this sentence, you will say that both the words Asian and European are starting with vowels. So we will use an, but that is wrong. Why? Asian, the sound is of vowel. Here we will use an, but we have already seen in the examples before. When we say European, U, the sound is of YU. So here we will use a. He is an Asian but has married a European girl. The next one is Americans as dash rule are friendly people. When you speak this sentence in one flow, what comes to your mind? Americans as a rule are friendly people. It is a rule. It is not the rule. Next one is dash honest man never suffers. Do not go through visual attractions over here because it starts with H, but H is silent. It is honest, not honest. So we will be using an. An honest man never suffers. I was scared by dash phone call at midnight. Now, the phone call does not seem proper over here. Why? Because we have not mentioned the call before. It was a sudden call at night. So, I was scared by a phone call at midnight. One, we are denoting one over here with a. Next one is, where were you dash whole day? When we ask this question, we are talking about that particular day. So here it will be the. The article used will be the. Where were you the whole day? This particular day we are talking about. Dash bird in hand is worth two in dash bush. This is a proverb. Now, which bird we are talking about? One bird. So it will be a bird in hand is worth two in the bush. The particular bush where the bird might be staying or have a nest, that particular bush, and one bird in our hand. The proverb literally means that when you have something, one thing in your hand that is worth more than what you can see and which is not yours. The last one is dash moon is dash satellite of dash earth. Now this is a simple yet complicated sentence. Why? Because we have two common nouns, moon and earth, but both are unique names of a particular thing which are only one in this entire universe. So the moon is a satellite because it is one. So that is why we use article a satellite of the earth. Moon and earth are unique names, and that is why the as article will be used before them. The moon is a satellite of the earth. So my dear students, I hope the entire concept of articles is clear to you and you will be able to solve all the examples on your own. If you like our video, do hit the like button and subscribe to our channel, and stay tuned at Zenith Academy Online for more interesting videos. Thank you.